Hello everybody, this is Chaos, and today I'm going to be looking at another PAX 10 game. This one is Catch-22. It is a single button game. You only use one button, the spacebar, or you can attach a Xbox 360 remote and use the A button. You get to pick. Also, they made the key rebindable, so if you want to use a different button, you can. I don't really know why you would. I guess it's just preference. A little bit about Catch-22. It was made during the 48-hour Global Game Jam in 2012 and won first prize in the regional and national event. The the national event was held in the Netherlands. That's where this game was made. And the game is a very, very interesting idea. It's simple. Of course, it kind of has to be. It was made in 48 hours by 4 people. And so it's a simple game, but the way that they seem to be trying to market it, at least through the PAX site, which is they have it set to be on iOS and Facebook games, is a very, very good idea because it's all kind of score based, and that works very well with Facebook games because you can say, "Ha, I got this score," and challenge your friends, and it can do very well there. It's made the studio group of people that made it is Mango Down, and so it's 3 co-founders, which are I'm going to butcher these names because they're all probably Dutch, and I don't speak Dutch. So yeah, Royal Bartstrad, Marlon Etherge, Goose Hoev, and then the fourth person, those were the co-founders, and then the fourth person is Sander Brettinga, and they created the game during the Game Jam, and they kind of developed it further into a full kind of indie game. Um, According to a lot of media, they were trying to release it early this year, but I haven't seen anything. It's not on iOS, it's also not on Facebook right now. So I don't think those plans came to fruition yet. There's a trailer online. You can also, I will put a link to a site where you can go. It's actually the Global Game Jam site, and you can download their final build for PC. I think it's for PC. It's a zip. Yeah, it's an exe. So you can download the final build for PC and play it there. I don't know if there's a version for Mac, but at least on the Global Game Jam website, they say that it's for Windows, Mac, OS X Plus, Android, iPhone, iPad, and web browser. Web browser. So you can do all of those. So it says, let's see, game is developed for Windows, but maybe compiled to iOS and Android. So I think they left that option open in the future. And now, I guess I'll show you some gameplay and talk about that a little bit. It's been kind of going on in the background, but I may as well tell you about it. So, use space to jump, and you're kind of your ball, 2 balls actually, circling a larger ball, and this just goes on constantly. And use space to jump. If you hit each other, then you kind of have to restart. It's all based on score, and you can see that in the lower right hand corner there's a score that goes up and up and up, and every time you get the 3 or however many small blips there are that are on the surface with the ball that you control, then you switch, and the game remembers when the previous player, which is technically you before you got all the blips, jumps, and it has the game jump then as well. So you're essentially running around towards your ghost and trying to avoid them and amass as high of a score as possible, and you're constantly switching. And the trails most of the time work. The green one I found works very well. It clearly denotes where the jump points are. The blue one, not quite as much. I don't know if that was just me being bad at the game and not really knowing where to jump, or if that was kind of the blue trail fading off, if it's supposed to do that or not, because the blue one seemed to kind of jump a lot of random spots, whereas the green one, in general, jumped where the glowing trails were. I It's probably honestly me being bad at this game and not remembering where I jumped and then getting angry when I lose. Um, I think the highest I got was about 70,000 or so. And so, it's okay. I don't think it's all that good. I mean, there are definitely people who are better at this than me. Um, and I do like kind of the background, just the pink atmospheric. There's some particle effects, and it just kind of gives you a sense that you're in an open area or kind of some form of liquid with stuff floating around in it, and you're just kind of alone with your ghost. You're going around a purple and orange ball forever, and I think it does that very well. It doesn't detract from the focus, which is definitely on the ball and you, because you need to be kind of focused in this game. And the particle effects add atmosphere, but they don't detract from the focus. You aren't be looking at the little pinkish, fleshish colored balls that are kind of falling down. You're going to be paying attention to the balls going around the circle that your score is based on. I also have a couple gripes with the game. The hit detection sometimes is kind of iffy. Also, the slowdown effect whenever you switch. I mean, eventually you'll get used to this, but in the beginning, it's really hard to tell when it is going to speed up again. And so when it does, there's kind of a jerk, and you can very easily lose if you're close together and you're assuming it's going to speed up now, and it speeds up later, or it speeds up earlier than you, and you weren't ready, and so you run into each other and you lose your points. But I think as you play it, you'll be fine because you can just keep playing and get used to it. So I think it's a really good game for at least what it's being released at or shown at PAX for, which is iOS and Facebook, especially Facebook, because you can do all of these competitive things with the group, with your friends, and say, hi, I got this score, you got to beat it. And even though you're competing, you're not playing anyone else but yourself. You're not even playing a computer, because both of the balls are you. Both of them are your jumps. So if you mess up, it's all your fault. It's all based on your skill and when you can time things, when you can't, and how you can kind of finagle the two balls around, only being able to control one at a time to get them to work. And so that's about all for Catch-22. One more thing that I forgot to mention was that it was a finalist in the Spin Awards, which I assume is an internet contest, and it was also it was the winner of the Global Game Jam in 2012 in the Netherlands. It's going to be at PAX. It's for right now. There's an exe that you can download for Windows OS, and then according to the PAX website, it will be available or will be showcased at PAX in iOS and Facebook forums. So this game it's simple, but I can see wasting a lot of time on it, using a lot of time on it, trying to get the score to beat all your friends, or just trying to get a very high score so you can get bragging rights. And it's simple, but you still mess up. Like, I messed up a lot, and especially when I first started playing it. And I might be able to attribute some of that to the hitboxes and the jump recognition, but a lot of it's my fault, and that the game is actually, it takes concentration. It takes thinking ahead as well, because you have to kind of figure out, okay, I jump here, 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 so that there's an area for the next, when I'm going back around the other way, I can get a time to jump then as well. So that's all I have for you guys today, and I'll talk to you guys next time.